What's up, guys? Coach Manny here. Welcome into the first episode of the Results Are Varied project. I'm really excited to sort of share this self-experimentation with you guys over the next 30 days. So what this is, essentially, I've always heard this idea that, CrossFit's random, the workouts are random, the results are random. There's all this idea around just like randomness and how ineffective that could be, right? And I won't disagree with that, but I'm also not going to agree with it as well. So, my belief and philosophy is I think movement is essential for a majority of the people out there, right? When we have, in the US, 30 to 40% of our population is either severely overweight or obese, I think there's a bigger picture that we need to look at than types of training and workout programs and that sort of thing. So that's essentially what I'm on here to sort of shed some light on, is how effective CrossFit could be in its most basic sense, and also how inclusive it could be in terms of anyone can do it. You could do it anywhere. It doesn't need to be at a facility. It doesn't need to be with a top end equipment. You could literally do it in your backyard, in your basement. And that's just sort of what I wanted to do. So that's going to be my ultimate goal for this, is to use myself and put my body on the line to test and retest and see, if it's variance or randomness, whatever you want to say, if that's really true. So I set some benchmarks. I did a max vertical jump. I did the CrossFit football total, which is a power clean, squat, back squat, bench press, and deadlift. I ran a mile, and then I did max unbroken strict pull-ups. So you're going to see all of that here shortly. The goal is to, over the next 30 days, follow CrossFit's most basic methodology, and that's going to be doing 3 days of workouts with 1 day of rest. And I'm going to continue that cycle for 30 days. So I'm going to think about a total of 24 workouts in, and I'm going to have 6 rest days. So I'm going to follow that format as far as frequency of working out. The second thing that I went ahead and did, it's actually really fun. So essentially what I did is I asked you guys for some workout options. Essentially I took 15 workouts and I put them into these little baggies and I put them on these little blocks. So I got, single modality days, which is just what I explained, couplets, which consist of 2 movements. And then I have triplet days, triplet or chipper days. That's sort of what I want to do is take these movements and put them into a hopper, and you can kind of see the hopper in the background. All right, let's try that again. Whoops, I thought it was attached to the tripod. It's not. You can see the hopper right there. So that's a hopper. If you're familiar with bingo, it's kind of similar to that thing that they put the balls in and then they turn it. One of CrossFit's measures of fitness is the hopper method, which essentially means you should be able to put any movement or workout in the hopper. You should pull it out at random. And being a well-rounded athlete or person in fitness, you should be able to complete whatever task pops up at hand. So I'm kind of using that model because there is a lot of randomness to it, right? You don't know what you're going to get. So keeping the structure of 3 days on, 1 day off. Day 1, I'm always going to do a single modality. Day number 2, I'm going to do a couplet, which consists of 2 movements. Day 3 is going to be a chipper or a triplet, which is 3, 4, or more movements. So I'm going to follow that format: 1, 2, 3 rest, 1, 2, 3 rest. Every day I'm going to put the little baggie, whatever day that is, I'm going to put only those workouts in there. I'm going to spin the hopper and then I'm going to pull out whatever workout it is, and then I'm going to do that workout. Some insight into what the workout will look like. I'm going to keep it very simple, very basic. I'm going to minimize that because I do want to see how effective short workouts are, straight to the point. So my workouts are going to consist of a dynamic warm-up, very easy dynamic stretching, a little bit of plyo, explosive stuff, some build-ups, and then that's it. So that's going to be my extent of a warm-up. I'm going to throw in some mobility stuff as well. If there is any prep work involved, like if I'm using a heavy barbell or I'm doing a high-skill movement, I might warm up a little bit with that through some progression. But I'm trying to essentially minimize any extra work that I'm going to be putting into the workout. So I'm not going to be doing, a pre-workout strength or a post-workout skill to work my weakness. I'm keeping this super simple, super basic. The focus is the workout itself, which that's what my belief with CrossFit's always been, is to do the workout itself at your highest intensity, or at the highest intensity for that day. So can CrossFit work? That's all I'm really looking to see and looking to answer the question. There's all these other factors that we could start to play into and talk about and that sort of thing. But at its basic level, what does CrossFit do? Is it random? Does this randomness still provide results? That's what we're going to find out. Stay tuned. Have fun.
All right. First thing we got that jump mat. Where's a good spot? I'm going to start with just a jump mat. All right, 26.0. $27 inches. All right, we got 27 inches. Come on, focus. There you go, 27 inches. Roosevelt High, dopest gym in the land. So CrossFit Football total, it's going to be a power clean, a back squat, a bench press, and then a deadlift. So I get 3 attempts at each weight. I'm going to do a little bit of building kind of in between, but yeah, I'm just going to let this bad boy run. And I already got 205 on the bar, so I'm going to do 205, or for cleans, I've got 205 on the bar. So I'm going to do 205, 225, 245, kind of hit what I normally do. I got thumb tape though, so it should help. But yeah, let's check it out. All right, 225 felt kind of tough. Probably caught a little bit lower than what I normally would, but that's okay. Yeah, this calf put a little damper on me. Shoot, I just hate being injured, but whatever. It's the name of the game. I haven't really done a lot of sprint work, so to think that I could just come back and sprint's kind of comical, but it's okay. Live and learn, I guess. But yeah, I'll hit 245. Hopefully I hit 245. Then I'll move on to back squat. Felt that off the pool. I was like, absolutely not. Shoot. Oh well. 225 is my baseline. I know I've hit 245 before, but that's okay. I haven't set any sort of heavy baseline in quite a while. I was supposed to do this thing with Clayton back in October, but I messed up my calf. So I don't know, I think it's kind of cool to test. I used to be able to do 335 routinely, which I know isn't, it isn't crazy. My best is 405, and I've never gotten even close to that. But I can hit 335 pretty routinely, so if I get 275 and it feels good, I'll probably do 315 and then call it right at 315. Quite honestly, that actually felt better than the 275. So That's it for squats at 315. I am happy with that. I did feel like I probably could have gone, 335, maybe 325. Pretty stoked, actually. That made me happy. So now I got bench press. Man, so annoyed. I hate being injured. And usually I could bounce back from injuries pretty quick. I feel like usually I let rest a little bit and then I get back into it. But I think I'm just asking too much of my body, and I'm not reintroducing load, which I tell literally everybody to do, but I don't listen to myself. So even with running, so I'm gonna get back to doing just like some light plyometric stuff. Yep. Hell yeah, that felt awesome. 205. Season's best. I like it. Crushed it. Alright, we're moving on to deadlift now. Just finished up the bench portion, so this is the last thing. I'm going to warm up with 225. Just do a couple reps there, then see how that feels. If anything, I'll start at 315. 405 used to be like the jam. My best ever is 450. I don't see me getting there today at all. That would be a miracle. But if I can get 4 plates, I think I'd be happy with 4 plates for sure. I think that would be a pretty good mark for me. So anyway, let's give 225 a whirl. All right. That felt very good. Routinely 315. Plus, I love singles. I'm not much of a multi-rep kind of guy. Just make me do it once. I'll do it once. If I don't get that bad boy up in a few seconds, it'll usually just stop. But yeah, that felt good. So let's throw on. I'm gonna do 385, 365, 365. Might try 405. Alright, that wasn't too bad. 375. I feel like I'm gonna try 40. No, so that was 365. I'm gonna try 385 and see. I think 385 sounds pretty groovy. That one was definitely more of a grind. I'm a little lightheaded right now. That's it for the CrossFit football total. Pretty stoked with everything. Cleans, I was kind of bummed about, but I think I was just in my head with my calf and wasn't as springy as I usually am. But deadlifts I'm cool with. Back squat I was good with. Bench press really good with. So I don't know the total. I don't have a calculator. Maybe I'll just throw the total right down here. So that's it. Let's get over to the mile. Alright, here we are, Loveland High, doing my mile test. It's 31 degrees out. It is cold, no PR. We're just gonna line up and see what happens.
Good job.
217. 207. Oh, 845. Holy buckets. That air is so cold. All right, 845. Special shout out to Kinsey for filming crew. that was really hard. Felt like those first 2 laps were really slow. Really slow. But even when I tried to push on the last lap, I just had nothing. I'm gonna blame the cold. I'm gonna say without the cold, I probably would have done 4-minute miles. Easy, what do you think, Kins?
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
Cold makes you slower.
Yeah. All right, the mile is done. Last up, we got our pull-ups. Let's go to CFL and do some pull-ups. All right, say hi to Kinsey. All right, we're here at the gym. I got my max unbroken pull-ups. We're gonna see how this goes. All right. I'm hoping for 7. What do you think, at least 7? There you go, I got 7. 7, that's all I wanted. So, got 7, it's gonna be a good benchmark. So we'll go from there. Behind me. All right, so pull-ups are done. I got 7, which made me kind of happy. Yeah, like I said, there's some workouts that I think have some strict pull-ups. But other than that, we're ready to go. So, stay tuned. I'm gonna be a total influencer right now. Like and subscribe, but legit, if you wanna see this, subscribe. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna beat myself to a pulp, but it's gonna be enjoyable. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun for me to experiment. I always like doing a bunch of different things, so I feel it's gonna be really helpful. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the first episode. It's down below. Peace.